Friends, welcome to Tassel Tuesday. We are going to go ahead and make a tassel out of tulle. And I haven't done this. I haven't made one out of tulle, so it might be a great idea and it might be a terrible idea. I don't know. Sometimes the edges of tulle sticks together, so I'm not sure how this will be. We'll make one that's about 13 inches and then fold it in half. It'll probably end up being about 6 inches. That's gonna seem so tiny to me, but we're gonna try it. I might end up actually making one small one and one big one just to kind of see how that looks. If you are new to Tassel Tuesday, welcome. And if you have not seen one of my tutorials, the link to my Tassel Tuesday videos is down in my description box, and you will be able to find a tutorial in that list if you'd like to go check it out. Before I get into this further, I want to mention, please go visit our other collaborators. Everybody comes up with new things each week, and Tassel Tuesday is a lot of fun. And if you ever wanted to join in, please feel free to do so. It is an open collaboration. So we're gonna experiment. I've not made tassels with tulle, so this is a complete experiment. So let's do that together. I have 5 pieces of tulle, and we have measured them approximately 12 inches in length. I think I'm gonna do this a little bit different because this is like super wide material. You know how I usually do it in strips? We're not doing that today. We're just experimenting and seeing what happens when we do something a little different. So I'm folding it in half. Now, before we commit to any sort of ribbon or anything, let's see what happens when we kind of crunch it together. All right, well, I feel like we have enough material to make a cute little tassel. I do not like what's going on here though. I don't like that at all. So I'm gonna have to think about that. Oh, maybe I don't do a puff top. You guys know, I'm so used to doing a puff top. Maybe we don't do a puff top. Let's roll this thing in half, and then let's fold it, and then let's squeeze it again. Let's see what we have. No, I like it to be a little more, I don't know, skirt-like at the bottom. I have an idea. Let's fold each one in half separately, and then once I get them all folded, I'll try gathering them separately, if that makes sense. Hopefully you can see on my little mat here. Okay, last one. Now I'm gonna like pinch this together. That's my stove. I'm in my family room, and this is the room that's becoming my craft room. And it's gonna be great, but the only negative is like it's in the center of the house. And so there will be noises of, you know, life being lived, and I'm okay with that. You guys know my family, so it's not a big deal. So actually the oven timer was, or the temperature timer was going off because we are baking sweet potatoes. Sometimes my daughter and I just have a sweet potato for dinner, and it's quite good and quite filling. Okay guys, I'm really liking this so far, and you can see how I'm just gathering it up. Look how cute, it's like it fans out. It's so cute. Now this one's fanning out a little too far. Maybe I need to put it in behind the other gathered ones. Now remember, we could do as many as we wanted. If we wanted it to be wild and crazy and totally over the top poofy, we could add more if we wanted. All right, so here we are with our gathered material, and I love it. But now what? Right? I mean, come on. So I've got this box here. Remember my friend Lisa with Treasures and Adventures gave me this box, and she gave me these gorgeous goodies that are in the box. So let's take a clear one. We're gonna do like all white and silver with this. Let's take a clear one of these. And again, we're just experimenting. I don't know. You know what I'm gonna have to probably do is end up putting a needle through this stuff to hold it. You guys know I'm not a seamstress. There is no secret about that. So I went and got my waxed thread because I know that it's not gonna break. This stuff is amazingly strong. And I got my gigantic needle because that's what I use with my wax thread. And we're gonna go ahead and secure these together because I know that that's what we have to do. Maybe I have to push it through like one at a time. Let's see. All right, well that does work. So I don't want to make a mess of this. So let's go ahead. I'll try to do like one at a time here. So glad you guys are hanging out with me while I do this. Those of you that sew, this could be driving you out of your mind because you could be thinking to yourself, my goodness, Jovi, there's 1,000 easier ways. But you know, that's okay. Here we go. I'm putting the second one through. I'm leaving them on the needle just so I don't have to worry about them, you know, falling through the thread, coming off the thread. Okay, so it's all on there. So I feel really good about that. Wish me luck pulling it through. I better make it a little longer. I'm giving myself a nervous breakdown. Now I'm gonna grab a hold of this. I'm pulling this through. I know probably so many of you are just laughing at me because you sew, and this is like probably just common sense to you, but but for those of you who don't sew and you're learning right along with me, that's fantastic. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and tie it. I think I'll tie it above it. Yeah, let's do that. We'll tie it at the top and we'll do a nice little double knot. Okay, so that's done. Now we don't have to worry about these coming undone. So the question is now, how do we make this part pretty? Now I do not have any bead caps, or obviously that would be the thing to do. So let me go look around in my piles of goodies and see what I can find. So if you guys remember, my friend Tina at Tina Loves to Craft sent me we did a shadow box swap challenge. And so she sent the things to me wrapped in beautiful tissue paper and this gorgeous ribbon. And I was wondering why there was a loose thread on this ribbon. So I figured, you know, I'm working with tulle, this looks kind of like it. So let's take this out and let's play with this ribbon. And so here's what I realized is that if I grab the bottom of it and then I just pull up on it, it makes the cutest bow, right? So now the question is, can I attach this bow to this cute tulle situation over here? So I don't know, but what we're gonna do so that we can keep the bow in form, we're gonna go ahead and tie a knot. Thanks for experimenting with me this week, guys. This is kind of fun. I hope it is fun for you and not aggravating. All right, friends, this may turn out to be the worst, you know, decision I've ever made. Well, no, that's far from the truth, but this could turn out to be an unsuccessful experiment. But we're just gonna do it together. So I've got this little bow and I have threaded these through the needle. Part of me wonders if I should only thread one, but I'm gonna thread them both just for like strength, I guess. I just feel like I want them both going through there. So that's what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna push them through the tulle. All right, friends. So I went ahead and I added, like I pulled another one and added another bow here. So now, so we have our hanger up here and then we have our bows. It's made it like a little heavy on this side. So we're gonna take these and hang them right here. And here she is. I think it came out pretty cute. Okay, friends, so we're gonna make another tassel and we're gonna use the tulle again, but we're gonna do something, well, we're gonna do it different than we did before, and we're gonna do it more like we do the other tassels that I make. Now, I've cut them about 24 inches long, and I'm going to try to like bunch them up like you see here and layer them on top of each other. And then I will gather them like I always do. And it's not going to be very puffy top because tulle, although it's puffy, I think it condenses down you know, because it's quite thin. So we're just gonna do another experiment with it this way and see how this one turns out. And I have a feeling I'll be happier with this one. I think my other one was super cute, but it just wanted to argue with me. And so I'm hoping this one is not quite so opinionated. And so I'm gonna stack these and gather them, and then I'll get right back with you. Okay friends, so here is our pile of tulle. I'm gonna gather it in what I believe is the center. And I think that's about right here. I'm gonna go ahead and tie it like we always do. And I'm just gonna use another piece of tulle to do that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave this roomy at the top in case somebody wants to hang it on a door or a knob or whatever. There's plenty of room. It can be adjusted by that person. You know, we can always make it smaller, but once you take it away, you can't make it bigger. So without starting with another new piece of material. Well guys, I was thinking it wasn't going to be a puffy puff top, but apparently it is going to be a puffy puff top. So we're gonna gather it like we always do. I'm gonna just, I think for now I'm gonna stick with the tulle, although this would be pretty on it. No, let's stick with the tulle on this one. We can always dress it up with ribbons later. Wow guys, look, it's so fluffy. All right, so she's ready for embellishment. Now I've got pink and purple of these, so that's an option. You know, I could put some of those on, or I could dig around in my stuff and see what we want to use. And actually, let's cut this to size also. Let me go see what kind of, you know, maybe pearls on this one. I think pearls might be nice. All right, friends, so I think that we will use some of these on the tassel. They're beautiful and dramatic, so I think that'll be a lot of fun. They are a little bit of a tangled mess, so I'm gonna go ahead and just start disassembling the necklace because, you know, that's what's gonna happen to it anyway. When I store them, I keep them together until I'm ready to start using them because it's just easier. But now that we're gonna go ahead and start using it, I'll go ahead and just start to disassemble it. Otherwise, I don't know that I'll ever get it completely untangled. I mean, I guess I would, but it would just take a lot of time. I've got this little tool. A lot of people wear this ring, and sometimes I just like to hold it. It depends on what I'm doing and what's easier for me. But you can go either way with it. Okay, crafty friends, I went ahead and I got the baubles put together. I'm gonna show them to you. I've got two short ones, and then I have a longer, more elaborate one, and it's longer, and then it also has some extra pieces hanging hanging from the center spot. So I got those done. Now I'm gonna go ahead and string them onto this. This is white and silver ribbon. Sorry if it's getting a little dark in here. It is dark outside. I'm not using natural light anymore, so it might be a little darker in here. So we've got them on. So here's what they look like, you know, kind of put together. But now we're gonna wrap them around the tassel. And then once I get this tied on, then I can spread them out. My niece is here visiting, so that's nice. I haven't seen her in a while. So the chatting that you hear is her and my daughter Amanda. They're talking, and you know, it's nice because they haven't been together in a long time. They were always together when they were young. So it's super nice that they're spending some time together. All right, so I'm gonna go take this. I'm gonna show it to you real quick, but I'm gonna have to go take it and hang it up and find the center point. And I will take some pictures for you, okay? I hope you enjoyed our experiment today. Thanks for watching. See you soon.